Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Eastbourne Airshow Part 2. We have 4 displays in this video, including the wing walking display, Norwegian Air Force Vampire, Royal Air Force, Airbus A400M Atlas 2, and the Stomp display team. That's it, let's go on to today's video.
In the course of this display, we'll be doing quite a few of our own manoeuvres. Out of the first 2 manoeuvres there, once again, like all the aircraft, using that extra bit of distance and energy. This very powerful aircraft, however, holding it up there, putting a big boot of rudder in, and going into complete a stall turn. Putting in a little bit twist down here to come down back into out centre, and this time going upside down, and there's Emma hanging in her straps on the top of the wing. You can see her there. When she comes in a bit closer, do give her a wave.
Videos on that one's quite good. Quite easy for videos.
What you're seeing here, very much reminiscent of those magnificent men and ladies in their flying machine.
Because they're always inspecting.
So we go back to that interwar period, and again it was a case of redundant pilots and aircraft looking for some fun. There are all sorts of tales of different people walking wings and hanging literally in her straps. Emma there giving us a wave upside down. Big aircraft this, but very comfortable, very roomy. 2 people, open cockpit, and a massive great R985 Pratt & Whitney engine on the front there, producing 450 horsepower. You need all that power because, of course, having somebody on the wing does add an awful lot of drag to the aircraft. Having got that power, you then need the maneuverability to do what it is doing, and that is done by an extra pair of ailerons as well. Keep your eyes peeled now as Dave and Emma do a few close-quarter manoeuvres. Completing a full 360, you see Emma there lying on her side. And a stunning colour scheme as always from the Aerosuperbatics company. Now, you can do this yourself as well. Please sign up. It's a lot of fun, very entertaining, and you'll get looked after extremely well.
Very expensive.
At the Aerosuperbatics company headquarters. Go to their website or to gowingwalking.com, and that will get you lined up with them all. Many people do this for charity as well. Coming in now for the bumps. He's holding it up. Cavalage over the top, going over that humpback bridge now, and of course, look at that, Emma is upside down. So the blood reversing in the opposite direction to that of David, who's flying the aeroplane itself. Very competitive position if there are any young girls out there wanting to do this. Most of the girls come out of the circus or gymnastic world, certainly some sort of performing background. So the completion of this, I think Emma is going to release her harness and actually crawl back down. She'll almost certainly go into arabesque manoeuvre before entering the cockpit once again. There is, of course, a safety strap there, but it still means that she is manoeuvring in front of the pilot. They have no communications between them other than just hand signals. And just the most perfect thing for a bright sunny afternoon over the sea. Delightful to watch this. Coming in for a goose first of all. And then you can see Emma's long arms stretched out into wind. course, she's fighting a wind of up to around about 150 miles an hour, staying absolutely solid. So strength, again, another requirement for being a wing walker. You've known this team in many guises in the past: Dinos, Crunches, Utterly, Butterleys, all different colour schemes, but now in their own company scheme, in a wonderful aircraft. Reversing that goose back down to the right hand side. And there you can see her giving you a huge wave. Come on, do acknowledge that. Absolutely love it. You've got your binos, or you've got your camera, long-range cameras there. You'll see Emma manoeuvring around in this turn. And to undertake this pass, she actually has to put her foot literally in front of David's head, right on the cockpit there, and leaning forward acrobatically into the arabesque.
Let's get in the video.
Wonderful stuff. Coming back in now with the wings waggling. This is its final pass from David and Emma from Aerosymatics, the wing walker team. Rocking the wings, you know what to do. Give them a massive wave off, left to right, as he makes his way back via Beachy Head, that famous landmark, safely back home. Ah, what a magnificent sight. And that colour scheme, as all aircraft, looking magnificent in the weather we've got here today. So, just 2 to go in this first half of today's second day of Airborne. And we will be having a propulsion.
Next up we have the Norwegian Air Force Vampire. This one was very difficult to keep track of because its speed and my camera was struggling to keep it in focus whenever I faced it away from me.
In other ways.
Don't waste the room, I didn't like it.
It took until 1944, however, for the Royal Air Force to consider it as an interceptor. It went into mass production. But the first one entered service in 1946. Total of 3,268 were actually built. And they served from that day, 1946, across much of the world, eventually being retired by the Rhodesian Air Force in 1979. It was, however, retired by the Royal Air Force.
I give up with that.
72 Squadron, now based at that Royal Air Force Odium as part of the Odium wing. 6 exported to Norway and in use there from 1949 to 1957. Now you've got to bear in mind the de Havilland Goblin, and then flies backwards and forwards commercially. It was a lovely side pass. Look at that, really gorgeous. He just tips in to check you out on the beach there. Brilliant job.
He got there and defocused. It was focused all the way.
Yeah, as soon as he turns and faces away, that's when my camera defocuses because the aircraft's
on my monitor. The wonderful excellent from Ken there, just wishing everybody well. He's an absolutely superb top guy, gentle giant of a man, and a massive supporter of youth.
Next up we have the Royal Air Force Airbus A400M Atlas II.
Knots. From Royal Air Force Prize Norton, the 70 Squadron, Airbus A400M Atlas. And evening managing a little bit of a wing waggle as well. Absolutely magnificent.
Now it's filming.
Normal speed for low-level flying is around 270 knots, and they spend a lot more time than you would expect, low-level flying around the United Kingdom. But they wanted to extend it, and here they are as well now, giving you, and what a great sight that is for photographers.
Not seen this one before here.
Over the fleet of vessels we have out in the bay. They conduct these sorties pretty much every day, all through the weekends as well, 3 to 4 hour periods. And the training effectively for low-level air delivery or low-level parachute dropping. And there they go, off to the right-hand side. Running in.
Finally, in today's video, we have the Stomp display team, which is 4 Stomp biplanes from World War II.
I think you're going to enjoy this very much. A complete change of genre in many respects, perhaps a little indicative of the wing walker you saw a little...
Pretty sure the red one's a TUI pipe.
Earlier on. These aircraft are actually a Belgian derivative, a 2-seat trainer touring biplane designed and built by both Stomp and the Tonga.
Logan, duck down.
We're ahead for
And look at that for a beautiful formation start. Jean Stomp and Maurice Vertonghen met in the Belgian Air Force during the First World War. And in 1923 they formed their own company at Antwerp in 1933, producing the very first prototype of this aircraft, the Stomp SV4. Designed as a trainer and won a contract to supply the Belgian Air Force with 300 of these aircraft.
I mean, I don't know where you're looking at. So serious,
Starting off in a box formation, completing a 360-degree turn. As they go off to your right-hand side, numbers 2 and 4 will change formation to echelon port. Aircraft joined the Belgian Air Force back in 1939, followed by another order for 600 aircraft for the French Air Force. 40 of those aircraft are being produced in Antwerp and by Farman in France. So a few aircraft actually survived the war themselves. And as they pull up from that echelon formation, an absolutely delightful stream, giving you the opportunity to see what wonderful colour schemes these aircraft have. Following Richard now as they bend back over themselves in a tail chase formation, using all the air available but keeping the formation and the entire display really, really close in and in full vision all of the time. It's one of their trademark abilities. An absolutely glorious sight that is to watch, isn't it? Forming the team into something of a round robin. Richard Ward started in aviation, an air traffic controller, alongside one of our colleagues helping us manage the air display here, Ian Revel, who had an early close relationship in flying aircraft and in managing air traffic up in the northern part of the United Kingdom. Ended up being best man at Richard's wedding. A really nice touch. Richard went on to fly Super Puma helicopters in the North Sea with Bristows and Aberdeen, and then joined Air 2000 at Gatwick on the Boeing 757 and 76, but just loves flying stock. There's a plethora of Richards in this. In the second place, Richard Berliand, in third, Richard Meredith, and delighted to see joining the team today Roger Bishop, who sadly missed out yesterday. Reformating now, the team working hard, primarily using just hand signs, very few words to capture. I tested Richard this morning, he said it'd be good to capture something, but very few actual vocal words spoken as they reconfigure now into swan formation. Richard leading in the red and white. Behind him, Richard Meredith, a retired school teacher. He flew with the University Air Squadrons. Didn't join the Air Force, sadly, but ended up with the Tiger Club and flew the Pilatus P2 Bucky Yeoman and, of course, the well-known Turbulent team as well. Richard Berliand inspired to take up aviation as they come past in swan formation once more. His grandfather, who was in the Royal Fleet Air Arm during World War II, but went off to the United States. Eventually he learned to fly there, and his early flying was in New Jersey, working on his private pilot's license, and then in California, picking up his commercial license after that. And then, not forgotten, albeit not seen yesterday, but delighted to see him today, Roger Bishop. All of them very much known each other for many, many years, mainly out of the Tiger Club at Red Hill. And this aircraft not to be confused with the Tiger Moth, which it frequently is. Of course, this rather different configuration, having a little tail wheel. And also, this one luckily has brakes, whereas the Tiger Moth didn't. Over 1,000 of these were actually built, primarily used by the French Air Force, and didn't retire out of service until 1975. Diving in now. And a wonderful photographic break, displaying the delightful colour schemes of all four aircraft. They like to call that the Prince of Wales break. In good sights, all the colour schemes showing up extremely well, particularly the yellow. We were talking about that later when the tutor, but at the start of the afternoon, about what a good conspicuity colour that is. Again, great photograph opportunities now as they come back into echelon, pulling right around the bay, and the sun just picking out the beautiful, beautiful designs on the top wings.
Your shots are more fun.
Yeah, they didn't take a picture.
Wait, what?
Wait, no. Is it playing up or is it just me?
Just shoot.
Stop lensing.
Keeping that now going the other way. Tighter, of course, each pilot working very, very hard. Reasonable performance and reasonable agility as they move into line astern.
Focus is a bit out of whack.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Let's have a look at the picture.
It takes a bit longer to...
It's just me then being... Cheers. It's just me being silly.
Can you get them? No.
Come on, done it.
Built as a biplane tour and training aircraft. First model, the... Stand by for the brake.
No.
Stunning. And their classic Bishop break from the Leading from the front, Richard Ward, behind him, Rickard Berliand, Richard Meredith, and following up, Roger Bishop. Richard climbing up into the high now, putting into his first manoeuvre. Once again, absolutely superb station keeping, all the activity really close in. And now the rest of the team, 2, 3 and 4, giving you a wonderful waving pass by. Yeah, great opportunity here. Don't they look just absolutely glorious? Beautiful aircraft these. A stalwart of aerobatic competitions both in France and the rest of Europe. Much loved for the improved roll rate over the likes of the Tiger Moth.
You know how the power shot is the power shot ground? It's like
and looking back to the great days of the Rothmans formation team that operated 4 stunts during the early 1970s prior to changing the pit special. And the legendary Neil Williams, who came second in the final Lockheed Trophy, flying one of these very aircraft. Replicating the finest traditions of classical barnstorming aviation from the 30s and 40s. Absolutely extolling the virtues of close formation work in open cockpit airplanes. A delightful series of wing-overs from Richard there. Absolutely wonderful. Coming through now into a barrel roll. That's when you turn the aircraft around the outside of a great big beer barrel. Requires a fair amount of coordination, particularly in a slow-speed aircraft. Completing that with another wing over.
Does CV open on Sunday?
No, I just want to do it.
How's Jason going to get the helicopters?
The same one as the helicopters this morning. Then they come back.
Slipping in an aileron roll there, now repositioning a lovely, huge, wide, arcing wing over to our left-hand side. Wonderful, wonderful display. Well coordinated flying. Putting it back into the axis, running in now for another loop. Here we go, G coming on, if you're putting up, it's not too excessive in this class of aircraft. Speed coming off, looking over your shoulders, checking the wings level, and then a little quarter clover turn away out to sea. Boot for the runner, giving a gorgeous stall turn, putting up almost complete for his final loop of the day. Just doing a little bit correcting on the way there. Oh, rolling out. And barrel rolling nicely out on the B axis. And there was Richard just calling complete after an absolutely delightful piece of flying. I think you'll agree with me that's one of the nicest acts we have here. Completely different. Lovely to see something historic, also slower speed, and he's coming by to give you a farewell pass as well. So go on, put your hands and coats and ice creams up in the air. This is Richard Ward here, leader of the Stomp Formation team.
Thank you for watching today's video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in part 3 of the Eastbourne Airshow series. Thanks for watching, goodbye.